Welcome back to Stooge Club. I am your host, the Stooge. It's another unboxing video, and you get a double up. You get classic Paul Dini inspired Harley Quinn. You get the 80s armor Lex Luthor that got bought back recently by Jeff Johns. Well, a few years ago now, but it's recent to me because I'm old. And I'm joined by
Knockout Fiona.
So geeks, gamers, sweaties that still live at home in their mum's basements, DC comic book fans, or just toy collectors, strap yourselves in because here we go. Now, we save Harley for second because she is the main event. Though, to me, Lex is the main event because this 80s inspired armor is so cool. So this is the armor he made. Let me see if I can get some sort of lighting on here. To try and fight Superman to go up to his level. And you can see he's got his little cosmic rod there. He's got his little stabby thing there and all sorts of power thing there that he can do. So there is some actual cool little accessories that come with this figure. Now, of course, it's not going to focus very well right in the packaging, but we're going to get him out in a moment. Let's have a look. What I love about the DC Icons packaging is just how simplistic it is.
Yeah.
There's really not much to it. You have a look at Marvel Legends. There's all sorts of stuff all over the box. This is just really simple.
It's stripped back.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of sort of 1950s Art Deco style art with a real simple style to it. The other thing that I think is really cool now, see these little holes?
Yeah.
Okay. Not every toy company does that. This is DC Direct. What happens sometimes is when toys get packaged, humidity gets in there and you get that sort of weird warping of this and like discoloration and stuff. It doesn't happen when they just drill 3 little holes into the side of it because it can breathe. All right, let's get him opened up. And of course, we didn't bring scissors, so we're going to do some package ripping. Yes, Lex is fighting me. He's trying to destroy my phone. You will not win, Luthor.
Do you want some scissors, Stooge?
No, it's fine.
Oh, Sunday morning.
What I also love is even the little pamphlets that come with it are really simple. Like it kind of fits in line with the packaging. They haven't all of a sudden given you this bright, colourful, ridiculous thing. It's really cool. All right, so the other thing that DC Direct does, which I think is really, really cool, is they make them so easy to get out. There is sometimes a tie. Okay, it looks like they've put a tie on this one. Thank you for making me a liar. Yeah, grab me scissors. In the meantime, I can get all of these guys out. So we've got a bunch of accessories that come with this figure. Literally make a liar out of me by putting a tie on it. Okay, so bunch of removable hands. So this is a power blast, obviously. The cosmic rod.
What's the cosmic rod?
It's a rod that he had in the 80s that he could use to like do solar blasts and stuff and like try and basically a weapon he made to fight Superman.
Of course.
Another hand. His little stabby.
Nah.
So let's cut the back bit off here if we can even. It's so tight. There we go. At least the bubble was easy. And here we have Lex himself. All right, let's try and get the best lighting for this.
Quite dark, isn't he? Yeah.
There. It's the color scheme of the really, really bright, dark green offset with the sort of dark purple. But it looks so good. What do you think?
It looks a bit Green Goblin-esque.
Kind of. I can kind of see where you're coming from that. But this is very 80s inspired.
Oh, it's so 80s.
I like the fact that they've even put like some padding.
Yeah.
Like detailing there. Yeah, that's very cool for when he bends. Okay, I like that. I really like that. What I really like though is that face sculpt. That looks very cool. That's really nicely done. something that you find in a lot of toys, especially Hasbro toys. The faces look awful, but that's really nicely done. Really well sculpted. All right, so let's have a look at articulation. So his head doesn't actually move, but that's understandable because of the neck joints. His arms can do the full 180. You have a bicep. You have your elbow. And the hands, of course, will turn because they are removable. You've got a ab crunch that goes a little bit forward. So you can kind of bend forward just a touch. And a little bit back. Ooh, no waist. Okay. Legs go out and up, which is actually pretty cool for posing. So you can put them in weird angles. Like if you want him standing in like some weird obscure angle.
Power stance.
Yeah, his legs will actually be able to do that. Knees, single ratchet. No, that's a shame. They could have doubled that. And he does have no ankle movement. It looks like there is. It's just very tight. There you go, some very tight little ankle movement. But that's actually good. Again, that one's a bit jammed. I don't want to play with it too much. That's actually good for posing. So if you're somebody who's going to put this in a diorama or you want to put it on a shelf in a dynamic pose, that's really cool. The fact that you've got optional hands as well is really cool.
I can't believe you use the word diorama in a serious context.
Well, people do that. It's not my thing. Like,
makes you think of Community.
Yeah. Okay, does it go on that side?
Throwback.
Yeah, when they're making the dioramas. There we go.
That's cool.
He's got his little knife. Yeah, I like this figure. I think this is really cool. And again, if you're a collector of, a shelf collector like myself who takes toys out and just puts them on a shelf to make them look nice, so you can go have a look at them from time to time, I think he's going to look really, really good. Yeah, I like him. All right, so let's check out Harley now, and let's see if we can do it without destroying the camera this time. So we'll move Lex over to the side here.
Does he wear headgear? He just looks a bit odd. He's got this power suit on, and then he's got his head all
massive
exposed.
bald head. Yeah, it's awesome. So here is Harley's box. The same deal. Really simple. Her icon on the side. So when you see these stacked up on the side, if you don't see that, I even think they could have done it without that and just left that.
Yeah.
That looks really cool. But yeah, I guess so people know what it is. Again, the back is really simple. I think I want to get that classic Aquaman. That's like the 60s Aquaman. That's it. That's the whole box. There's really not much to these, which I think is really cool. And again, it has that sort of 1950s Art Deco style look to the design.
What's No Man's Land?
What?
On the side there, keep going. Go one more time. Harley Quinn.
No Man's Land. That was a Batman story.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when Gotham had a couple of earthquakes. And it was too expensive to fix. And the government declared them No Man's Land. And just went, nah, it's up to you.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. Kind of like the government did about 15 years later with New Orleans. 20 years later. It's actually quite ironic. A natural disaster hit and the government just went, well, help yourselves. Okay, so it seems like the last series didn't have these tie downs, but this series of them, they've put these tie downs in them, which is quite annoying. There we go. Okay, so of course she has to come with that classic mallet, which is still her weapon of choice to this day in the DCU, even in her new designs. Some hands, which we will play with later. And get a gun hand there and a hand to hold the mallet.
What is the mallet used for? Surely it's a very slow, cumbersome weapon.
She's really fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she's really strong. So for her, it's like using a sword.
Oh, wow. It's very brutal, though.
Yeah. There we go. So, something I've noticed with a lot of female figures, they're a little bit more fragile.
That's a bit sexist.
No. I don't think it's a sexist thing. I think it's more in a...
Well, the molds are smaller.
Yeah, the molds are a little bit smaller, but also in the shape of the design of like the female form and stuff, it makes toys a little bit looser. I found out with a lot of female figures, they just seem a little bit looser, a little bit. So I'm always a little bit more careful taking them out of the package because I don't want to break them. So let's have a look at Harley's design. Now, this is the classic animated series Paul Dini original design, not her New 52 or Suicide Squad style design, which I kind of like them all because they suit the character, because the character changes over time. Of course, great place to have her symbol. Superman has an S on his chest. Now, the other thing I found with female figures...
Standing up here.
They did it right. And usually the problem isn't the fact that they're top heavy.
I was going to say.
No, because there's a... Like, you see, like, the Marvel Legends thing is very top heavy. He kind of falls over a bit as well. It's not that. It's because their ankles are so much smaller. See that? It's like a quarter of the size. Yeah. So their weighting kind of falls to the fact that they want to design a very good looking figure rather than a practical figure. All right, but let's have a look at how. Let's see if we can get her a little bit better in focus there. Let's have a look at how her articulation works. She has no head movement either. So these are sculpted, made to look in a certain direction on purpose. All right, so that's very cool. Arm. It's tight, but it does do the full 360. You have a bicep there as well. Great for posing. Double jointed elbow. So you can see there's two joints there. That actually makes posing really good. Wrist, it's going to turn because they can come out, of course. We have what looks like a double ab crunch. Rather than a waist, there's a double ab crunch. So you can turn it that way, and then she gets a touch more there as well. Yeah. So kind of to take into account that she has boobs. Legs, these are so tight, but that's good. Yeah, up and out. Exactly what you want out of them. Looks like maybe a double jointed knee as well. Yep, double jointed knee.
So what does that mean?
So because it's got two joints...
Oh, yeah.
See how far back you can put it? So what that means is when you're posing it, you can bend her knee and bend her leg in much better angles.
Yeah, cool.
Or bend it like that. If you want, again, this is mostly for people who like to dynamically pose figures. It gives them a lot more options. Ankles. Her ankles actually move a lot better than Lex's do. But it's just forward and backwards. But even still, like, say you want to put her up on a rock or something... You can move her ankle forward so she can stand on it. All right, as far as the design, that's a really, really nice head sculpt as well. The paint job could have been a touch better because you can see the lines between the face and the headgear.
Yeah.
But as far as the actual mold, like lovely blue eyes, really nice work on that mold. I think it's on par with that Lex mold. I think he just gets the benefit of the fact that he's bald. So there's not going to be any sort of line in there. All right, so that is the DC Icons classic look Harley Quinn and Battlesuit classic 80s style Lex Luthor figures. What do you think?
I like them.
I like it. I really, really like the sculpts and the designs. I think are really nice. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I have been your host, the Stooge.
I have been the Knockout Fiona.
Oh, you're adding something to it now, are you? I like it. And until next time, geeks, gamers, sweaties, toy collectors, don't forget, adventure, excitement. Stooge craves not these things. Welcome to the Stooge Revolution.
This is Stooge Club.